Good day, children. Sairam. How are you all? Good. Welcome to grade 4. Do you all remember what we have learned in previous chapter in value education? Come on, tell me. Yes, we have learned new shlokas, right? Do you remember those shlokas? Yes, very good. Then I had told you a short story about old Grand Crow. What was that crow's name? Gyani. And all used to call him Gyani Dadaji. And then about God and prayer. Okay. Children, before starting, I want to tell you that you have to revise the shlokas from the previous video. Okay, you have to revise those shlokas, right? Now, today, Gyani Dadaji is going to tell you a story of the honest farmer, and you all are going to listen to the teacher very carefully. Okay? Because at the end, I am going to ask you a few questions. Okay? So listen to the teacher very carefully. Right? Let us start with the story. Now, what is the chapter? Chapter number 2, The Honest Farmer. Once there was a humble farmer who lived in a village. He was hardworking, upright in character, and honest. His mind never hankered after anything that was not necessary for his daily living. Now, there was a farmer who lived in a village. He was very humble. Humble means what? Modest. Okay. He was hardworking. Was very hardworking. Upright in character. Upright in character means people who are the helpers of all. They do not lie, complain. Okay, we can say a straightforward person. Okay, and also he was a honest person. His mind never hankered after anything that was not necessary for his daily living. He used to get up very early in the morning and go to the river bank to have a bath and say his daily prayer. So every day he used to wake up early in the morning and used to go to bath in the river. And there what he used to do? While bathing, he used to say the daily prayer. Shouldering his plough, he would go to the field and plough till midday. Because of his hard work, he usually got a good harvest. Thus, he was leading a contented life. Now, he used to go to every day in the morning. He used to take his plough and go to the field and plough the field till midday. Now, he was working very hard in the field. Because of that, he used to get good harvest. Thus, he was leading a contented life. Contented life means he was living a happy and satisfied life. Okay? One day, early in the morning, as usual, he went to plough the field. He was going round and round, singing divine songs to enthuse the bulls, so that they might not feel the strain of hard work. Suddenly, he felt some hard substance obstructing his plowshare. Now, what happened? One day early in the morning, as usual, he went to the field. Okay. As he was going round and round singing the divine song, when he was plowing the field, he used to sing the song, God's song. Okay. And suddenly what happened? He felt something hard substance coming under his plow. Okay. Then what did he do, He unyoked his bulls and dug the pot with a spade and found a pot full of gold coins. So what did he do now? He unyoked. Unyoked means he released the bulls from the plow. Okay. And then what did he do? He dug the spot from where the hard substance was. He was finding that hard substance. So what did he do? He dug the spot with a spade. And what did he find, He found a pot. Okay. The pot full of gold coins. What was there in the pot? Gold coins. So many gold coins. The pot was full of gold coins. And he removed that pot. The poor farmer was taken by surprise. He took the pot home safely. The find of treasure didn't upset him. He slept soundly at night. So the poor farmer, he didn't think of that of the pot of gold coins. So he took the pot home safely and he slept soundly at night. He said his usual prayers in the morning, asking Bhagwan to give him the strength of mind to be desireless. So, as usual, he woke up in the morning. Night also he slept soundly, nicely slept at night. In the morning he woke up. As usual, he said his prayers. And he told God to give him the strength of mind to be desireless. Desireless means free from desire. Okay. Then he thought that the land belongs to the king. He is the owner of this gold. So I have to give this pot full of gold to him. So what did the farmer think? That the land belongs, that land in which he was growing the crops, that land was of the king. Okay. So who was the owner? Then who will be the owner of that land? The king. So he found the pot of gold in that land. So he has to give that pot full of gold to whom? To the king. Okay. So what did you think? The land belongs to the king. He is the owner of this gold. So I have to give this pot full of gold to him. Then what did he do? We'll see. Early next morning, he set out to the palace of the king. He was given audience by the king. He placed the pot in front of the king. The king himself was surprised to see a pot full of gold coins. So, early next morning, what did he do? He went to the palace of the king. He took the pot of gold coins also with him. Now, he was given audience by the king. He was given audience by the king means given permission by the king to listen to him. Okay. He placed the pot in front of the king. So what the pot which has brought, that he placed that pot of gold coins in front of the king. The king was surprised to see this pot full of gold coins. He was very much surprised. The king was impressed by the honesty of the farmer. He asked the farmer. Now the king was impressed by the honesty of the farmer. Now, honest farmer means, see, the farmer was very honest person. So he gave pot of gold coins to the king. If he wanted, then he would have kept for himself. But he didn't do that. That means it shows that this farmer was very honest person. So that's why the king was impressed by the honesty of the farmer. Okay, and then he asked the farmer, "Do you know the value of the gold coins?" Then the king asked the farmer that whether you know the what is the value of these gold coins. What did the farmer reply? He told, "Yes, your majesty, it may be a few lakhs of rupees." Then he told, "Yes, your majesty, that means I know that it it may be a few lakhs of rupees. I know the value. It may be a few lakhs of rupees," replied the farmer. "But did you not feel like keeping it as it was found by you?" And the king asked the farmer that you didn't feel like keeping it as it was found by you. What the farmer replied? The farmer replied, "No, your majesty, it belongs to you as you are the owner of this land." And the farmer told that no, that land, it belongs to you. So you are the owner of this land. Okay. The king was without words. He ordered his minister to reward the farmer with 10 lakh of rupees. The king he didn't know what to tell. So what did he told his minister? To reward the farmer 10 lakhs of rupees. Okay. Now we will see whether did the farmer accept those 10 lakh rupees. The farmer humbly refused the reward, saying, he refused to take the reward. He told, "No, I don't want this reward." Now what did he say? We'll see. "I have done my duty to my king and the nation. Use the money for the welfare of the people." What did he tell you? No, that I had done my duty. Okay, to my king and the nation. Now use this money. Now use this money for the welfare of the people. Okay, and he walked away calmly. Understood? Now, what is the moral of the story? You know, do not trade your dignity and honor. What is the moral of the story? Do not trade your dignity and honor. That means, do not let your self-respect go away. Do not let your self-respect go away. Always know and do what is right. Understood? Okay. Now children, we are finished with this chapter. I think you have listened to me carefully, and in the beginning itself I told that I am going to ask you a few questions. Okay? So, are you ready to answer? Very good. Shall we start? Okay. Now, how was the humble farmer? How was the humble farmer? Yes, he was a hardworking, upright in character and honest. So how was the humble farmer? He was a hardworking, upright in character and honest. Okay. Next question. What did he do early in the morning? Come on, tell me. What did he do early in the morning? Yes? He used to get up very early in the morning and go to the river bank to have a bath and say his daily prayer. So what he used to do early in the morning? He used to get up very early in the morning and go to the river bank to have a bath and say his daily prayers. Okay? Next one. What did he do in the field? What did he do? What did the farmer do in the field? Yes. He plowed his field till midday. What did the farmer do in the field? What did he do in the field? He plowed his field till midday. Okay. Next one. What did he find one day? What did he find one day? One day he found a pot full of gold coins. One day he found a pot full of gold coins. What did he do with the pot of gold? What did he do with the pot of gold? He took the pot of gold to the palace of the king. He took the pot of gold to the palace of the king. Why was the king impressed? Why was the king impressed? The king was impressed by the honesty of the farmer. The king was impressed by the honesty of the farmer. Next one. Do you think that the farmer was right in refusing the reward given by the king? Do you think that the farmer was right in refusing the reward given by the king? Yes? Yes. Because the farmer was an honest man. Yes, because the farmer was an honest man. Now, it's activity time. What will you do in the following situation? Tick the right answer. Okay. Now see the first one. You find 100 rupees note in the street. Okay. If you find 100 rupee note in the street, what will you do? Will you keep it? Or will you spend it? Or will you give it to an adult? Come on, which is the right answer? Yes, you will give it to an adult. So put tick. Okay. Next one. You see a classmate drawing on the toilet wall. Okay, when you see a classmate drawing on the toilet wall, so what will you do? Will you tell your teacher? Or do not tell anyone? Or tell your classmate to stop doing it? Yes? What will you do? Yes, you will tell your classmate to stop doing it. Okay? Put a tick. Next one. You see a classmate falling in the playground. You see a classmate falling in the playground. What will you do? You will point at him and laugh? Or tell him that he is clumsy? Or will you help him to get up? Yes, what will you do? You will point and laugh, point at him and laugh? Or will you tell him that he is clumsy? Or will you help him to get up? Yes? Yes, you will help him to get up. So you will help him to get up. Okay? So the next one. You borrowed a friend's video game and damaged it accidentally. Okay? You borrowed a friend's video game and damaged it accidentally. What will you do then? Say you had lost it. Will you say you had lost it? That means you are lying, right? Then not say anything. Will you not say anything? Or will you explain what happened? Yes? Will you tell lies? No. Then what will you do? Yes, you explain what happened. Okay? You should not tell lies. You should tell the truth. Explain to your friend what had happened. Okay. Next one. A classmate accidentally tears your notebook. Okay. A classmate accidentally tears your notebook. Then what will you do? Will you scream at him and tell him he is stupid? Will you do that? Will you scream at him and tell him he is stupid? Or never talk to him again? Or whether you will never talk to him again? Or you'll say, you know that accidents can happen. What will you do? You scream at him, or you will never talk to him again? Or you'll say, you know that accidents can happen. Huh? Yes, you'll say accidents can happen. Understood? Okay. So, children, we have ended with today's chapter. We'll meet the next period with a new story told by Gyani Dadaji. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.